Ta-da! And welcome to Josef's Model Railway and Toy Room. Thank you so much for joining me. Greetings and salutations aside, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. You don't need to subscribe. You don't have to follow or like or any of that stuff. We're just having a great time here. And today we're going to talk about the Peco Single Slip and what we need to do to wire it up. Peco SL80 Insulfrog Single Slip. Well, that's what we've got, and that's what we've put down here. I've put a few bits of test wire together to see if my theory is going to work, and this will be a short video, and here's why. Let's get that camera down and have a look. So as we commence our work now on this feature situation, we have our second loop coming in over here that will have two tracks entering here, and we'll have the two main lines carrying on. We're going to have a point or single, well, we'll have this point that will be this one coming into a single slip, allowing for the second line to still be running, and this can escape away into a siding. And I thought before we start getting a bit too carried away with this, we better test this all works regarding the wiring. The reason why I say this is that on the back of this particular packaging for the points, there's some pretty specific instructions regarding how this should be wired, especially with DCC and analog control. And they make numerous mentions, including I spoke to Peco directly with an email indicating the use of the Insulfrog rail joiners for the application. Now, I'm not using Electrofrog again. This is all Insulfrog. All my points, Insulfrog, and I don't have a problem with that. And the reason why is simplicity. We'll come back to that in another video, of course. But what we've just done here is I looked at this in a logical way and thought, well, before we start mucking around having to understand where these Insulfrog joiners need to go, let's just see if we actually have to do anything. Because as proved in an earlier video regarding a Peco Insulfrog point, we didn't have to do nothing. The hard work's done, and apart from us just soldering a red wire across here and a black wire to here respectively, that was the end of the job. In other words, as long as there is being power fed in here, here, and here, that's all we need to worry about. But of course, with the slip, it gets a little more complicated. But I thought, let's see if simplicity is on our side today. So what you can see I've done here is I've just literally taken a power feed from my DCC controller, the Hornby Elite, and then I've just split it out to allow black and red connection on either end of the entry to the slip. I did have a piece of curved track actually originally when testing it, and that worked very well. However, I thought I better put the point in because maybe the complication comes from further upstream when you're coming in from a point and exiting back out through to another point. But let us have a look at what we've come up with. For the demonstration, I'm using two locomotives, Class 37 here, and we're also using a Class 08. Or more importantly, for the demonstration, we're using a 060 consist of wheels here. So no leading wheels, just 6 driving wheels and no trailing wheels. And the reason why we're using both configurations is to see, will I get a short because of one or the other? This way everything's running in one short and on one thing. And when we're running on this, there's a situation that we've got power picking up on either side. Perhaps that's where we could get a short from the wheels or what have you. So we've laid it out in this really hodgy-bodgy arrangement. So as you can see in this close-up footage now, this is truly hocus pocus. Look at how badly some of these joins are on the track work. I literally just slapped it together just for testing purposes, no other thing. So no judgment here, of course. And of course, I just used curved track clearly to demonstrate what we're doing and just to keep things out of the way while we're doing it. Okay, well, we have our Class 37 on the track now, so what about we just give it a quick demonstration to see what's going to happen? Okay, now that's one thing about the Hornby Elite I'll just briefly say. I still absolutely love this control, and we'll talk about it later when the layout's more put together, but I must admit, I always thought the controls could be a little quieter. The tactile feel is pretty solid and a little noisy. Let's see, what have we got here? We've got our point set that this locomotive should run over here. And at the moment, the point is set to receive this locomotive, and we're not going to do any more than just stop it from that point. So let us drive it down that direction. Looks pretty good. Okay, let's flick the switch now, and it should trail off into this direction. Sorry about the wire, bit of an incline there. Let's see if she's going to go. Oh, what about we change direction? That's always a smart move there, isn't it? Okay, off we go. Looks pretty good to me. And again, in this situation, we should just travel into the other one. And once again, that's why I'm not allowed to drive the real thing. We'll move in the right direction, shall we? Whoop. Okay. So all looks very well there. Okay, I'm very happy with that. So we've gone 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're just using the standard Peco SL10 rail joiners. So in other words, all the joiners on the track work so far are just using these metal ones for the complete continuity. Again, because we're not using Electrofrog points, I don't need to worry about the frog polarity or any of that. And there are some tricks we're going to come to later with this, but I love this simplicity. Let's now try our class weight here. And we'll pop it. First of all, we better find out which way it's going to go. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Let's send him through. All right, get the direction ready to go the other way. And we're going to flick the point over, and we should travel back across over onto that other point now. And again, we're just sort of, we're legitimately leaving it in an awkward part of the point as it is anyway. And we're going to flick this over, and we're going to bring it back onto its fourth section now. Ooh, a little fast there. And that's all there is to it. That's the end of the video now. We may as well conclude. What more do I possibly need to tell you about this other than nothing? We're just going to plug and play, and as long as we've got adequate power feeding in at either end of the track, and as said, obviously, basically, where all the joins are, I always ensure there are power feeds going on. So basically, as it's going to be entering, they'll literally be happening here and here, here and here, and life will carry on, and it will be wonderful. Breathtaking, isn't it? Artistic engineering at its finest. Yes, indeed, we do need to just do a little bit of an adjustment to our sleepers here, and we'll be seeing this coming up with our feature section we're working on now. So you'll be seeing that in a video coming up in just a moment. But in the meantime, look, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next one. Toodles!